internet, my name is Sisley and welcome back to my channel. So yesterday was the second semi-final of the Eurovision Song Contest. Now all that's left is the grand final. The results were not that surprising to me, especially in the second semi-final. If you haven't seen my first semi-final review slash recap thingy, please feel free to check it out, it's on my channel. And of course, before we start, number one, I would like to thank the people who are supporting me on Patreon. And number two, I would like to invite you all to check out my new song that I just put out a couple weeks ago. It's called Heart and You. It's pretty cool. I'm sure you're all gonna love it, so do check it out. The link will be in the description and in the pinned comment below the video. But yeah, let's get to some Eurovision goodness. So they were not shy at all about promoting the Madonna performance that's gonna occur on Saturday, and I am excited for that. I mean, we've been new for over a month that it's gonna happen, but it was still so exciting to hear Madonna name dropped on the Eurovision stage, because like I said in my today's Madonna reaction that I posted earlier, I've never heard in my 10 years of watching Eurovision the hosts on that stage announce an artist releasing a single, and they did that yesterday. And I know that it's, you know, like Madonna agreed to come because of promo reasons first and foremost, but it was still really exciting to hear, and I am really excited about the performance. But let's talk about the actual contestants instead of Madonna, because I talk about Madonna enough on this channel already. So Lithuania, my beloved country, was participating in the semi-final, and we didn't get in, unsurprisingly. Now, first thing I want to call out is well, actually the only thing that I want to call out in terms of Lithuania's performance is the lack of backdrop, because our guy Yurius sang really well. He did a really good job. He sang his heart out. It was good, it sounded good, everything was cool. The song itself is really good and strong. However, this is the year 2019. This is not 2009, mind you, where for the first time a lot of backdrop screens were present. Like, I remember that setup very vividly. The Eurovision was happening in Russia, and they had screens everywhere, like on the floor, in the backdrop, and then on that little ring above the stage, which was a first, because the following year I don't think there were any screens at all. So like back then it wasn't as usual. Now over the past few years we know that backdrop screens in Eurovision and the entire stage being a screen has been a staple, and people have utilized it super well. More and more people have been doing interesting backdrops, and Lithuania has had some really cute backdrops done as well. So I really don't understand why this year they couldn't do something cooler, because sometimes a good backdrop is all you need, you know, because our song was good and they just literally put some random like dotted, you know, backdrop to simulate light bulbs like they used to do in the olden days. AKA, you know, about a decade ago. Like, why would you do that? Like, I know that my country doesn't have a budget for Eurovision, but come on, hiring an animator to do you a fancy backdrop ain't that hard, especially if you're participating in Eurovision already. Anyway, rant over. Let's move on to other entries that were good. Latvia's song surprised me because not only was it incredibly adorable and I had just a really good time listening to it and how mellow it was, but also I feel like I've heard it somewhere and I can't for the life of me figure out where, because I know for a fact I didn't react to it in my pre-Eurovision reactions. Number two, I don't listen to the radio, so I couldn't have heard it on the radio. Where have I heard that song? I literally have no idea. And it's driving me nuts. Like, I've heard that chorus, I was like, I know this chorus. I know this chorus well enough to like immediately I heard it. I'm like, I've heard it somewhere. But where? I don't know. Another incredibly cute song that actually got in and I'm actually really excited about was Denmark's song. And if you know me, you know that I love happy songs. I love happy songs above everything else. Like, I will hear a cheerful happy song and I will be like, yes, this is me, this is catering to me personally. And of course I loved it. I mean, it was just about all we need is love, and I'm always a hoe for those sentiments, you know that. So of course Denmark was probably my favorite, you know, aside from the ones that I've heard before, because there were a lot of those. And speaking of the songs that I've heard before, this semi-final had some of the strongest songs ever, and in general, like, this year's Eurovision has so many powerful and solid songs. And of course all the expected ones, the popular ones, got in, like Russia and Sweden, Netherlands, and Malta too, and I forgot what else, but there was definitely someone else in the semi-final that I've heard before. Oh yeah, Switzerland, yeah. So basically You know, that's already 5 of the songs that were at the tops of all the odds listings and all the charts that I've seen pre-Eurovision. So, you know, that's already 5 spots. And then, you know, there were all those other good songs. So, like, I'm not surprised that Latvia and Lithuania didn't make it, but we totally deserved to make it, you know? So, yeah, most of my faves this year actually didn't make it. Like, faves, I'm talking about faves that I haven't heard before, because let's be honest, the songs that I've been listening to for the past month, I'm not gonna be listening to as much as the songs that I've heard this week. And I have been playing Poland's, Estonia's, and Greece's entries on repeat since Tuesday, so you know, it's kind of sad when your faves don't get in, but like I said, I understand why. I understand why these songs didn't make it, because this year, like, it was just so strong. This Eurovision is so powerful and so strong. It seems like almost every single song has something that glues you to the screen. Oh, there was also that one entry that did the sand art, which has been done in Eurovision before. I admit this was slightly cooler because they kind of did that screen projection on the stage, and you know, like, there were some cool gimmicks with that. You know, everything's really cool with backdrops and all that art on the screens. I wish Lithuania did that this year, maybe we would have gotten. But enough being salty, let's talk about my predictions for the final. I predict that the winner is either gonna be, I don't know, I was gonna say Russia because Russia is a big favorite. I think, well, from the ones that I realistically expect to win, I want Switzerland to win, you know? I feel like that is the catchiest song out of all the most popular ones. I know that countries like Malta and Cyprus and Sweden are gonna place high because they have really good songs. I expect the Netherlands to be a strong contender for the first place because their song is really powerful and their performance was simple. I don't remember much of their performance actually, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't that elaborate. I think the song speaks for itself, and this is one of those cases where the song is enough and it speaks for itself. You don't need anything else. So Russia's presentation I expected a lot more from, to be honest, because the last time Sergei Lazarev was representing Russia, that was a performance. Like, that was a show to watch. So, you know, I had kind of high expectations for that, but you know, I don't really care that much for the presentation. Like, their song is cool. Whatever, there are other cool performances in Eurovision this year. In terms of performance, my favorite still is Australia's. Like, I really hope that Australia does well this year. You know, they always do kind of well. You know, I don't think they placed that low at any year since they were first invited into the competition. And I'm still so glad that they're invited because they keep delivering quality content. You know, every single year they send something really cool, you know? So yeah, those are my thoughts on the second semi-final and the upcoming final. I will make a similar video about the final on Sunday, as well as that Madonna reaction, which I know a lot of you who are Madonna fans are probably looking forward to the most. And I cannot deny I am as excited about that Madonna performance as much as I'm excited for the rest of Eurovision, if not more. So that should be fun. Can't wait for tomorrow. Tell me your opinions in the comments down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time. I love you guys. Bye!